What if we told you that Mars tried to warn us and we didn't listen? Stay with us until the end of this video, because what you're about to hear might change how you see the red planet forever. At the end, we'll reveal a shocking twist that connects all of this to Earth's own future. It was the year 2022. NASA's InSight mission, equipped with a sophisticated radar for subsurface scanning, was conducting one of its final surveys beneath the crust of Mars near the Elysium Planitia. The mission was expected to return only geological data, just rocks, layers of dust, and maybe a trace of ancient water. But what came back was not natural. Buried beneath almost 2 kilometers of Martian regolith, a burst of encrypted data shot upward, unprompted. It wasn't a cosmic ray, it wasn't seismic interference. It was a structured signal, and when decoded, it began with 7 haunting words. We tried to warn you, we failed. For centuries, Mars has captivated the imagination of Earth's inhabitants. It has ice caps, it has seasons, it has ancient riverbeds and dried up lakes. And once, according to some of the most compelling satellite data, it might have had oceans. But despite all the exploration, something has always felt off. Mars is too dead, too still, almost silenced. What if it wasn't always that way? What if the silence of Mars was not natural, but intentional? Officially, NASA classified the signal as a non-confirmed anomaly. Unofficially, several team members leaked parts of the spectrographic data, and one of them, Dr. Elena Hartman, a data analyst on the radar team, claimed she had matched linguistic patterns in the signal. It was like a compressed language, she said in a podcast interview that was later removed. But the format was Earth-like, not Martian in nature, almost human. The decoded portions described a cataclysm, a civilization driven underground by an atmospheric collapse, a desperate attempt to send a warning before being completely buried beneath time and dust. They called themselves the First Ones. This brings us to one of the oldest science fiction hypotheses. What if humanity originated not on Earth, but on Mars? The Martian Exodus theory, once laughed at by mainstream academia, posits that life evolved on Mars millions of years ago, thriving in its once lush ecosystem. But due to a planetary catastrophe, perhaps a solar storm, a magnetic field collapse, or even self-inflicted war, the planet became uninhabitable. The survivors? They launched themselves toward the nearest habitable world, Earth. Could we be descendants of refugees from Mars? If this story feels familiar, it should. In Episode 3, The Last Train from Mars, we explored the discovery of a ship buried beneath the Atacama Desert, an ancient Martian vessel, possibly launched millennia ago, carrying stasis pods and encrypted data fragments. Now consider this. That ship stopped sending signals after reaching Earth. The 2022 Martian signal matches the encryption pattern of that ship, and both contain references to a final warning that Earth may soon face the same fate. Could this be a causal loop? Were we meant to discover the truth just in time? One of the more disturbing theories to come from the decoded Martian message is something researchers have called the forgotten memory hypothesis. The idea is simple but chilling. What if we've already lived through Mars' fate and forgotten it? The message hints at biological memory suppression, a way to start anew on another planet with no memory of the trauma endured. Earth could be that new beginning, and Mars, a graveyard of our previous sins. We were never meant to go back. But now, we are, and Mars is starting to remember us. Between 2018 and 2022, a curious series of technical failures plagued orbiters around Mars. Satellite disruptions, lost data packets, glitches during atmospheric analysis. At the same time, telescopic anomalies showed heat signatures beneath the surface, as if something was warming up. And then there was the mirror event. Earth's magnetosphere experienced a brief, unexplained fluctuation, synchronized with a solar burst that also struck Mars. The signal was sent at the exact moment of that dual event. It's as if something on Mars needed energy to transmit. Climate shifts, magnetic field weakening, increased solar radiation, a thinning atmosphere in certain layers. Sound familiar? Scientists have long speculated that Mars lost its atmosphere due to the collapse of its magnetic field, allowing solar winds to strip away its protection. Earth's magnetic field is showing signs of polarity reversal, something that happens every 200,000 to 300,000 years. We're overdue. Could the signal from Mars be more than a warning? Could it be a timeline? The rest of the signal is garbled, fragmented, but one phrase repeats, "We failed. You must do better. Watch the stars." But the strangest part? The signal ended with coordinates, not for Mars, but for a region of space beyond Neptune. Astronomers checked. There's nothing there, except a gravitational anomaly that may suggest the presence of a large, hidden object. Some call it Planet 9. But what if it's not a planet at all? What if it's a listening post? Or worse, a trap? If you're still with us, you're among the few who now know the truth, or at least a version of it. The signal from Mars wasn't just a cry for help. It was a reminder that we are not alone, that our past is more complicated than we ever imagined, and that sometimes the things we dig up are better left buried. But it doesn't stop there, because in episode 6, we follow those mysterious coordinates from the Martian signal and uncover the greatest mystery yet. The moon that doesn't belong. What's hiding in the orbit of Neptune? A strange object, anomalous mass, and possibly artificial. Don't miss it, because whatever it is, it might be watching us already.